So welcome to our first lesson. We shall go straight to our Civil 3D, and before we do that, I would like us to go through some comparison between manual drafting versus drafting using CAD. You all know that in manual drafting you use pens, papers, rulers, and other drafting tools such as T-squares, protractors, compasses, etc. While in computer-aided drawing and or drafting, you use computers, CAD software, mouse, keyboard, and stylus. So you will know that, or by now you should know that CAD is much faster and much accurate than manual drafting. I would like us to go through the following survey plan, and I want us to get the following information. This survey plan has been drafted manually. You can see the handwriting. This is not computer generated. So for this, for you to come up with something like this, you need to think about the text height. You need to think about the decimal places, the rounding off of the distance into various decimal places, like 2 decimal places. You need to think about the text height of these multi-line text. So let us do the comparison together. In manual drafting, you use the following tools, and you need to I have listed three tools, and for the fourth item, this is the scale. For you to come up with a good survey plan, you must think about scale. This has been prepared to a scale of about 1 to 1000. Yeah, no, sorry. This is in the scale of 1 to 500. So in the manual drafting, you must think about scale. In CAD, you also need to think about scale. You need to think about text height in both, because there is a required text height for both. You also need to think about text alignment. You can see that this text is aligned with the bearing of this line. I mean that this text, whether it's bearing or the distance, is aligned with the bearing of this line. You can also see that this distance and the bearing are, these two texts are aligned with the bearing of that line. So you must think about the alignment of the text in both manual and when using CAD. You also need to think about distances and bearing distances, scales, etc. So now let us go straight to our Civil 3D in our first lesson. And we double click the Civil 3D 2024 metric, because in Kenya, I am from Kenya, so we use metric units. So I double click and launch it, and I wait for it to launch. So in the moment, let me check my system and check whether I have the required RAM and processor speed. My speed is about 2.1 gigahertz, and I have 7.69 GB of RAM. So I am good to go. So this is the first window that pop up after launching my Civil 3D, and you can see there are about eight drawings that are recent. You can find them in the installation folder of the Civil 3D, but we don't need them because these are quite for the advanced users. But since we are dealing with all users, whether you are advanced or you are this is the first lesson, we must start from the bottom up. So let's go to the first to the first. You can see this is the start button, and the second one is there is a plus sign. So click it so that you can create a new window. So this is the window. These are the tools that are contained in the Civil 3D 2024. You have pellets. You can see it's activated. That's why it looks blue. It appears blue. You can see bottom right corner, around the bottom, you can see the object snap button is activated. I will only mention the most important tools. So the object snap mode is activated, and pellets are activated, and Civil 3D is activated. You can see you can change between Civil 3D drafting, annotation, 3D modeling for the mechanical engineering and other engineering users. But for us, we shall use the Civil 3D. It is bottom. If you look at the bottom, you can see this grid mode is not activated. So just click it using your mouse so that you can activate it. So it's activated. You can see the grids have just appeared. So now, the other thing we need to think about before starting our drawing, we need to think about the units. We need to think about units. I forgot to list down units, and also in our card we also need to think about units, because you don't know which units are used in Civil 3D unless you change them to your preferred units. So now let us go straight to set our units. And the good thing about Civil 3D is that you don't need to go to these tabs and find the unit settings. You can just from your keyboard type the word units. From your keyboard, just type the word units and you will find it. So the following will pop up: drawing units. So our drawing units are set to meters. So let us just use meters to a precision of 3. So normally in Kenya we use 2 decimal places. That's for the length. Length is in decimal places. Precision 2 decimal places. Our angle is in degrees, minutes, and seconds. So you can counter check from your survey plan that degrees, minutes, and seconds. Then our distance is in 2 decimal places. Then click, you can click clockwise, and then go to direction, measure from the north. For surveyors, we usually measure from the north, so make sure it's north. And also, I think for planners and also other engineering users. So make sure that is set. Then click OK. So we have set the units to our preferred units, meters in 2 decimal places, and degrees, minutes, and seconds for the bearing. So let's go to our text height. Our text height should be around 3 millimeters. So let's go to our AutoCAD or Civil 3D, and from your keyboard just type the word text style. So from the so select the third option, text style. I'm sorry. No, sorry. Just type the word style from your keyboard. So select the first option. Then select the first option, the annotative. You will understand the use of the annotative text in our other lessons. Let us set the text height to 3. Then make sure it's highlighted, then 3. Annotative is highlighted, annotative, then 3. Then set current. Save your changes, yes. Then click close. Then finally, let us set the dimension. You can see that these these what do we call them? The distance bearing are aligned with that line, and all the others are aligned properly with the line. So let us set our, we call it the dimension style. So from your keyboard, type DIM for dimension style. No, I don't find it. DIM, dimension style, the second option. Let's go to the first option. Make sure that your text is annotative. Annotative means that text will appear in a certain scale. So annotative, then let us go to modify. This will pop up a bigger dialog. Then let us click the first lines. We need to do away with these exterior lines. You can see these exterior lines, we don't need them, these ones. Let us do away with them. So we go to lines, we suppress them. You can see the word suppress, then suppress the first dimension line. You can see the moment you click, you enable this button, some text, some lines will disappear. So click the second dimension line and suppress the exterior lines and the exterior line too. So we have done away with the exterior lines. So let us set our, what do we call it, our decimal places to 3. Go to text, because this is text. So go to text. Make sure it's aligned with the dimension line. The moment you click aligned with the dimension line, this will be aligned with the bearing of that line. So again, let's go to our text height. You can see text height. Make sure it's 3. From your keyboard, just type 3. So 3 is okay. Let us go to the other. So we have done with we are done with line, then text. Let's go to the third option, which is primary units. Let us make sure we have 2 decimal places. So our units are in decimals and 2 decimal places. Make sure it's 2. So click OK, or rather go to our angular dimension. Make sure we have degrees, minutes, and seconds. Then click OK. So now we are set to go. We have just set our units to 2 decimal places. We have set our units to the text height to 3 millimeters. We have set our the angular measurements to degrees, minutes, and seconds. So close. So now we are set to go. So let us go through this. So in our card, we have set our units to our text height to 3 millimeters. This 3, you will go through this 3 millimeters for the text height. Our angular measurements, the bearing is in degrees, minutes, and seconds. And also, we have done away with the exterior lines. We don't need exterior lines to show that these bearings starts from this point to this point. We don't need the exterior lines. So we are good to go. So our units are set. So now if you just type units on your keyboard, go to units, you can make sure that your units are in meters. So make sure your units are in meters. Make sure that type style, just for confirmation, make sure your text style is annotative in 3 millimeters, annotative, set current, and make sure you close. Then go to, finally, we have the dimension style. Make sure your dimension style is annotative. Make sure it's annotative. Go to modify. Go to the first option, the lines. Suppress the dimension line 1, dimension line 2, exterior line 1, exterior line 2. Jump. You just jump straight to text. Make sure that your text height is in 3 decimal places. Make sure your text alignment is aligned with the dimension line. jump straight to primary units. Make sure you have 2 decimal places. You can have the comma separator or the period separator, depending on what you prefer. Then make sure your angular measurements are in degrees, minutes, seconds. And we forgot to make the precision to be 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Make sure you set that. So now we are good to go and close. And make sure you know how to save this drawing. So you click that button, the red button, save as. Let us save this drawing in the desktop. So my drawing will be tutorial. So from your keyboard, just make sure you save it properly. So the moment you rename your drawing, you will find that it has been saved properly. So tutorial, this were my the name of my drawing. So the moment I got my desktop, I will find it here. So this is my drawing. So now we are good to go, and we meet in the next lesson. So with that, we can do the distance. We can do the lines, polygons, and circles.